Sorry for that annoying strand of light that you see in my computer screen. So this video is a story time about Target. And I had made a previous video about Target and how I did not get the job, but this time it was different. So before we get into the interview, we had to get into the part about my job that I currently work at. So I was working one day and I was just about to leave, like seconds from leaving my job and going home and resting in my bed. But this lady came up to me and she was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a birthday dress." Because she was going out to a really fancy dinner. And I was like, "What kind of dress are you looking for? Like floral patterns, solids?" And she was like, "A solid dress." And we were looking at the going out dresses. And she found this black jumpsuit with like lace in the back. And I was like, "This would really fit you because you're really tall and it'll fit your body figure really nice, and it'll match you." So I was helping her pick out an outfit and I was asking her where she was going and who she was going with. And then she told me that she was going to a really fancy dinner with her husband and all of that. So I opened her fitting room and I was like, "If you need any help, my name's Angel." And she was like, "Thank you, Angel." So I was finally able to clock out, right? So I clock out and then I go to her fitting room and I knock on her door. And I was like, "How did the dress work out?" And she was like, "It's really pretty. I love it." And I was like, "Yeah, it looks really good on you." And then she was like talking about like if she needed a tummy tucker. And I was like, "No, girl, like you're slender. You don't need a tummy tucker." And then I told her like, "Have a happy birthday and like I wish you all the fun and good luck." And then I left. So I went to Target one day and I asked for a display sign. I was like, "Hey, can I have a display sign?" And the girl was like, "No, like we can't give out display signs to customers." And I was like, "Fuck." So I was like, "Oh, okay," because I work at Route 21 and I didn't know if your policy was the same with display signs because we just throw ours away. And she was like, "How much do you get paid there?" And I was like, I told her my pay. And then she was like, "Oh, well, like you can apply at Target and get $13 an hour. And like I'm one of the managers and I really like you." And I was like, finally my time to shine has come because it's so hard to get into Target. It's so hard, well, for me at least. And I'm a people person, so I just didn't understand. So I applied and I didn't hear anything back. Well, on November 2nd, they were having like a hiring event, so I went. And I was talking to the people at the booth and I was explaining who I was and what I like to do and my experience in retail. And then they were like, "Okay, we can set up an interview for this day." So I go to the interview and I'm sitting in this like little room and there's all these other people in there and I'm like, "Fuck, like I'm not gonna get hired." Like there's a lot of people. So I go to the interview and I meet with a girl. Her name is Andrea. Super sweet. She actually worked at Agassi with not with me, but she worked at Agassi, and I worked at Agassi, and I was like, I was a top seller there. Like I know how to like put clothes together, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like I worked at Agassi too," and I under like she knew I would be a good worker because at Agassi you had to hustle, so I was like, I can do that. And she was like, "Okay, you would be a stylist." And I was like, "Okay, what's a stylist?" So they hand you a piece of paper, and a stylist is basically someone who does visuals, mannequin updates, and you help the customer build outfits. Have I ever seen this at Target? No. But I was like, I would do it. So that interview went really well. So then there's two interviews in one day. So the second girl came in, and she walked in, and she was like, "Do you remember me?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You helped me with my birthday dress." And then it clicked. And I was like, "Oh, you're the one who had the black dress with the lace on it and you were going out to eat." And she was like, "Yes, it's me." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, what a small world." And she was like, "I really liked you and I really wanted you to join our team, but I couldn't recruit you because you were like working on the clock and we can't do that. But I'm really happy you applied because I want you on this team." And I was like, and she was an executive team lead, which is above a team lead. She's an executive, so she was like a big boss. And I was like, You never know who you're helping. Like, if I was a bitch to this lady, like, oh my god, like imagine how differently this interview would have gone. So I got the job and I was like so pumped. I was like, hell yes, I got the job. I'm finally Target approved. But I told my job I was putting in the 2 weeks and that I was gonna peace out. And then my job was like, no, 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 honey, you're staying. So they offered me a full-time position with a store that I previously worked with, and they offered me a raise, and I took it. And then I had to decline Target's position, and I was super sad about that because I really wanted to work for Target. But I was just like, I love my company, so I'm gonna stay there. And plus, the holidays are coming, and I don't want to be retrained, so I was just like, I'll just stay at my company. But yes, that was the time that I got interviewed by someone I helped, and yes. So this goes to show for all you retail workers, always please be nice to your customers, okay? Like, don't be a bitch to customers unless they're a bitch to you, okay? But like, don't just be salty and mean to them for no reason. Like help them, improve them. If you want to hear like retail tips and tricks, then I can do that story time. Well, not a story time, but like a video for you guys. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.